Hello guys, welcome to episode number 30 of my Football Manager 2023 European Journeyman Save. Whereas I'm sure you all know by now, we are aiming to win every top flight league in the European nations that are in the game. We are currently in our third nation of Northern Ireland. It's our second season in the Danish Premiership with Glenavon. Things are going very, very well. We've had an excellent start to the season and we are living up to our Bill's favourites, really. We are doing really, really well in the league. We'll run through what we've done. The first thing you'll notice there is that there's an absolute sea of green. Just interrupted by this single league defeat that we've had this season. Of course, you were here for the start of the season, the 6-1 win over at Glentoran. Next game up was a Ballymena United away from home. Another comfortable 4-0 win here. Graham Shields, Carter Dennison and Larry McCann with the goals in this one. It was then a slightly closer match against Coleraine, again away from home. Coleraine actually went 2-0 up in this one, and we came back to secure a 3-2 win with Whitlow and Matthias Nabe grabbing the goals in that one. Cup-wise, we're doing very, very well as well. We're still in all of the cups, an 8-2 win over Moyola Park in the Bet McLean Cup second round, followed up by a 5-0 win over Crewe United in the Mid-Ulster Cup. But league-wise, it was Larne next at home. Another comfortable 3-0 win here. It was Whitlow and Nabe on the score sheet again. Been a little bit disappointed by Shields this season. He's not really performed, as you can see there by his 6.3. Newry City AFC were next. A 4-2 win here away from home. Daniel Grace bagged a hat-trick. Fernando Toledo grabbed his first goal of the season. Again, you can see there another poor performance by Shields. It was then Crusaders, a 3-1 win over Crusaders. Daniel Grace, Nabe and Graham Shields actually got on the score sheet in this one. He actually, one of his better games. Larry McCann on the right wing, though, had an absolute shocker for us for whatever reason. We are rotating the squad as much as we can. And we followed that with a 3-1 win over the league's bottom team in Warren Point. Levi Smith and Matthias Nabe on the score sheet for this one. It was then Cliftonville, the defending champions, 2 times in a row at home. It was a comfortable 2-0 win, a very comfortable 2-0 win. We only gave up 4 shots in the whole game, but Larry McCann and Graham Shields bagging the goals in this one. Again, some poor performances throughout the squad though. Neighbour 6.4, Heskey 6.4. Wasn't the greatest, but still nice to pick up a 2-0 win against the defending champions. Ballymallard United were next away from home. Another close game. Sammy Boggs and Patrick Ferry with the goals for Ballymallard, but Matthias Nabe bagging a hat-trick, and he bagged the winner in the 92nd minute as well. So it was, the 91st minute. It was another close game to keep that winning streak going. We then had 2 cup games in a row against Loughborough and Dungannon. Again, 2 comfortable wins. But league-wise, we picked up our first defeat of the season, and it was away from home to Linfield, and we just didn't really show up for this game. You can look, Levi Smith a 6.1, Shields 6.4, Leahy a 6.2, Stockton a 6.2. It was just not a good performance for Glenavon this time round, and it's probably a bit of fatigue because the games are really, really close together in this league. But Paddy Bingham scored both the goals there for Linfield, but we did bounce back straight away with a 4-2 home win over Dungannon. Larry McCann and Matthias Nabe bagging another hat-trick in this one, but another poor performance from Graham Shields. And that leads us into today's game, which is against the defending champions in Cliftonville. We will go through the league table, though, but you can see that it is actually a little bit of a cakewalk for us so far. We've played 11, won 10, lost 1. Currently 8 points clear at the top of the league, so we are definitely living up to that favourites tag that we've been given. We do still concede far too many goals, though. 13 so far for the team that's top of the league. Thankfully, we score a lot. We've scored 35, which is 14 more than anybody else, which is Larne. Cliftonville have had a little bit of a poor season so far, and they find themselves 9 points off the top. Only scored the 14 goals, so that puts us in good stead, really, for this game. And for the remainder of the season. In terms of how the squad are performing, though, Matthias Nabe has, I said in the last episode, I wasn't very impressed with him in Europe. He's stepped up, though. He has stepped up massively, and he's really started to bag the goals there. He's got 12 in 7 in the league so far, which is really, really good, and I'm quite pleased with that, to be honest. Next up is Graham Shields. I know I said he's not been performing really well. Last 5 games there, he's got a 6.5. 7.3 for the season though, and he has scored 14 goals altogether, but I think he scored a lot in Europe, maybe not so many, but he's got a lot of cup goals. He's only got 7 in the league, which is the concerning thing for the man who is probably billed as our star striker. Antonius Whitlow has been chipped in as well, 11 goals, 8 assists. He's found himself playing out on the right-hand side a lot. Levi Smith has also performed really, really well. So it has been an encouraging start to the season. Of course, we are only 11 games in. It could all change. Linfield could go on an amazing run. Looking at the form table there, it looks like Glen Torrent, of course, the team who we beat early on in the season, 6-1. It looks like they're on a little bit of a good run of form here. They had a shocking start. They lost their first 3 in the league, but then they sort of picked up a lot of form to get themselves back up the table. I don't know what this trophy is. I don't think I was in this. I don't think I was ever in it. No, I've never been in that competition, and I don't know why. These are all the competitions that we're in. Of course, we were knocked out of the Europa Conference League, but Northern Irish Cup, we're still going in that. We've got 5 Mile Town in the next round. Bet McLean Cup, we're still in that as well against Coleraine. And the Euro Electrics Mid-Ulster Cup, we're in that as well, into the semi-final stage against Ballymacash Rangers. So, like I say, things are going really, really well. We have a decent amount of money in the bank. We are also upgrading the training facilities, I believe. It used to show up here, the training facilities, like the upgrades and stuff that you've got. This is the first time in Football Manager 23 that I've actually managed to upgrade anything. So I've not seen it showing up, but the board are extremely happy with us. The supporters are a little bit more disappointed with Graham Shields, disappointed with the defeat to Linfield, but the training facilities are in the process of an upgrade as well. We have also signed a new contract at the club, so we are here for a little while longer. Obviously, depending on what happens with the league. If we win the league this season, then we're moving on to the Republic of Ireland, which I believe is a summer league. So we could be joining halfway through a season there. I don't know why it's Dollingstown are our affiliate. By the way, they are playing 5 Mile Town in the Northern Irish Cup. Obviously, when I've looked at this, I've got it wrong. We are not in the Northern Irish Cup yet, I believe. No, we're not in it yet. I've just seen the different coloured writing there, and I've assumed it's us. So this is the lineup that we are going to go with for today. It's going to be Isaiah in goal, Stockton, Cisse, Dennison, and Leahy is the back 4. Toledo and Carter in the centre of midfielder with Levi Smith, McCann. I've actually dropped Shields to the bench for this one as well. I've brought in Daniel Grace, and Nabe is up top as well. Chanchi Fai is needing a rest. There's a lot of players needing a rest. The way that the games are in Northern Ireland, they come thick and fast. So we've got a lot of games in a short space of time. And I believe that December is actually even worse than November is. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Hopefully we can pick up this win against the defending champions Cliftonville today, strengthen our position at the top of the table over Linfield, who are at home to the bottom team, Warren Point. Warren Point have only picked up a single point from the first 11 games, so not really going well for them. Newry are not doing much better themselves. As we get our first highlight in the 20th minute, and it's a throw-in on the right-hand side for Glenavon. Stockton down the line towards McCann. Chops back to Stockton, inside to Carter. Carter gets his shot off. It's a bit of a wayward shot. I don't know if it was a shot or a pass, but it's found Levi Smith. And Levi Smith has put it in with his left foot past the goalkeeper at his near post to make it 1-0 to Glenavon. I'm not sure whether Carter actually had a shot or if he intended to get the ball to Smith there. You can also see that Linfield have taken the lead. But I think this was a shot, and it was just wayward. And Levi Smith has just stuck his leg out, and it's hit him and gone in. Yeah, but Linfield taking the lead as well. That would obviously leave the gap at the 8 points that it's at. And that brings to the end the first half. It's been a very, very quiet first half. We've only had that one highlight. Of course, we scored from it, so can't complain about that, really. Be nice if we could go and get another one, though. Could maybe think about resting some of the players. Stockton is in desperate need of a rest. In fact, I might even have a look and see who I've got to replace Stockton. I think it's going to be Tom Purrington. It is. So we'll get Tom on. some fresh legs down this right-hand side. Cisse needs a rest as well, but we've got to rest Chanchi Fai. Somalia with the free kick for Cliftonville towards the 6-yard box. He gets it back again, has another go. We've somehow managed to get a block onto that shot there, but it is going to be a corner to Cliftonville, which we have to defend as well. It's going to be Somalia to take it again. Again, towards that 6-yard box. Great save by Isaiah in goal. And we've hacked it clear, only as far as Norton, though. Norton looking for Somalia again on the left-hand side into the penalty area, looking for the shot, and he's thundered the crossbar, I think. Or did the keeper save it again? I'm sure it said at the bottom that as Isaiah parried it, but still Cliftonville applying the pressure here. Another corner, headed clear by Dennison. Somalia will get the chance to get it in again. Comes back to Norton instead. Finds Flatman, now Davis, Norton. Davis again. We've pressured them backwards here. Yeah, it's good defending by the Glenavon boys. But Cliftonville have got all the momentum at the minute in this game. Right, into the final 10 minutes, and it's a Grace on the right-hand side for Glenavon. It gets past his man, comes back. He's got support in Toledo. Toledo into the penalty area now. Pulls it across for Smith, looking for his second goal of the game. He's tackled well, though. The referee's given a penalty. It looked like a good tackle to me. McCann with a penalty, sends to keep the wrong way, rolls it into the bottom corner, and that is 2-0 with 10 minutes of the game remaining. And we're just going to set our mentality a little bit more defensive-mindedly, try and hold on to this lead that we've got. It's a good penalty by McCann. We have recently had a couple of penalty misses, but they were in the same game, and that's the danger that Cliftonville can cause you there. They've replied within a couple of minutes of us taking a 2-goal lead, and it's a good job that we did take a 2-goal lead. It's a good header at that far post by Flatman. So now we are holding on. Warren Point have also got a goal back against Linfield, or looks like Linfield have actually just took the lead again to keep that gap at the 8 points. But there we go, lads. It's a fantastic 2-1 win away from home to the defending champions, and we will take that. That keeps us going at the top of the league with that 8 point gap that we've got. And it's like I said, it's been a very, very good start to the season. We're currently 12 points ahead of Cliftonville now in that 4th spot. So we're on course. We are on course to be ticking Northern Ireland off the sheet, which is obviously really, really good. In terms of when we're going to be back, that's just 12 games into the season, so we're a third of the way through. You're probably going to find us halfway through January, maybe. I believe could even be a little bit further on than that. We'll have to see. It could be against one of these teams here. Another 12 games down the line. Hopefully, we've had some good cup runs as well, and we can win as much as we can, because we do still want to boost this reputation. It's actually dropped another 5%. I was at 55%, and I've dropped back down to 50. That's probably because of the league that we're playing in. 66% win percentage, though, from our 291 games that we've played now in management. We've got a massive goal difference of 352, so we're doing really, really well. We have won the Manager of the Month award twice this season, after having not won it at all last season. In terms of how Anna are doing back in the Championship, they are currently in 2nd place, 5 points behind Portadown. Scored a lot of goals though, but again, it's pretty much the same as us. They've conceded a lot of goals. Port Talbot are currently down in 5th in the JD Cymraeg Premier. That's shocking. That's surprising. Last time I looked, they were in 2nd place behind TNS. We're currently dropped down to 5th. I don't know why Football Manager has loaded the Welsh. Look, it's done it again. It keeps loading the Welsh leagues back in. I didn't have them in for a little while, and they've come back for some reason without me doing. If you have a look, like current season, the last season that's loaded is the season that we're here in 26-27. We're now in 29. So I did have the leagues out for some reason. Football Manager's put them back in. I don't know why it didn't do it with Iceland. So I'm unloading them again. Obviously, the point of unloading them is to not slow the game down too much, because if I've got too many leagues loaded, it just slows my laptop right down, and it takes me longer to get through them all. That is the end of the episode, guys. I'm rambling a bit here. That's the end of the episode. Thank you, as always, for watching. We're having a really, really good season in Northern Ireland. Like I always say, though, any comments, any tips, stuff like that, any feedback, just let me know if you're enjoying the series. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode.